everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Heidi from My Reading Life, and I'm here today to start my Springathon vlog. So it is Friday, May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo, happy Cinco de Mayo. And I had meant to start this vlog earlier in the week, and just the work week just got away from me, so it didn't happen. And today is my daughter's graduation from college day. So I will play some clips after this of her graduation today. She graduated valedictorian of her class, which was, I mean, we're just so incredibly proud of her. And I'll leave a little clip after this of her giving her speech and some pictures from the day. It's been a beautiful day, beautiful, sunny, gorgeous day, just full of celebration and love and joy. And it's just amazing to have both of my kids, you know, grown up and moving on into their adult lives. And yeah, just so proud and happy and glad to have had this day of all of us as a family sharing it together. So Springathon, which is also a joyful time, a time to read books about nature, and it is the first weekend of Springathon, and I am reading two of the books from my TBR. The first is this collection of essays, Abundance, Nature, and Recovery by Karen Lloyd, and I am 118 pages into this. Absolutely loving this. This is a fantastic book that basically is essays about different projects to try to help nature recover in different ways. It's about regeneration and reintegration and just ways people are trying to help nature. It really builds upon the concepts and the discussion that was happening in the book that we read for Book Naturalist Book Club last month in April. That book, Song of the Reed Warbler. And that was all about regenerative agriculture. This is about, has some to do with, some things to do with agriculture, but a lot to do with rewilding, recovery of species that are on the brink of extinction or threatened with extinction. There's a chapter in here about wolves on their own moving back into like the Netherlands from other places in Europe. I read a chapter last night about the work to try to protect imperial eagles in Hungary. So lots of things happening in Europe, and the author is making a lot of comparisons between how people are approaching this type of work in different European nations as compared to the United Kingdom. So very, very interesting. And like I said, really builds upon the concepts of that book we read last month for Book Naturalist. So really, really enjoying this. Excellently written too as well. Karen Lloyd is a poet, and a lot of the language is quite lyrical. So very much enjoying that. I've also picked up and started Sounds Wild and Broken by David George Haskell. This is a buddy read with Doris, and I love David George Haskell, and I've only read like the first 5 chapters of this book, all about the sensory experience of sound, and how different animals perceive sound or don't perceive sound, including humans. Very, very good so far. He is such a wonderful writer. Like, his writing is just absolutely stunning. And he just is able to convey thoughts and ideas so well. He is talking in one of the early chapters, he's talking about dropping a hydrophone off a dock in a salt marsh area, an estuary, and then the sounds that he hears and the different animals that are making those sounds. And it was like, I was there. It was so immersive and really it really puts you in that atmosphere, and it was just lovely. So you know you're in good hands with David George Haskell. Really happy to be reading this. Really excited to continue on with this one. So those are the first 2 books that I picked up for Springathon. I'm hoping to get some more reading done for this readathon this weekend, so I will check back in with you when I have something else to report.
And now it is my great pleasure to present to you Catherine Layton, our valedictorian. Katie started her academic career at UMM in the early college program. Since then, she's worked toward her goal of becoming a teacher. She's graduating with a degree in education with a concentration in elementary education and a minor in English.
Good morning. It's nice to see all of you outside your Zoom boxes on my computer screen. After COVID hit, like the rest of the world, our lives became surrounded by Zoom screens and online assignments. It became harder to focus on goals and getting through school. As a teaching student, you normally have plenty of time to work in the classroom before you get your degree. When COVID hit, this aspect of the program was suspended. My passion for teaching came from my beautiful grandmother, Gail. She was a student here at UMM and graduated with her teaching degree in 1973. She has always had a passion for helping others and teaching, and as teachers, this is what we do on a daily basis. Like many of you, when you can't do the thing you love most, it takes a toll on you. COVID, like our time here at UMM, is in the rearview mirror.
report that I have been an epic fail at Springathon and also an epic fail at vlogging for the most part through this entire Springathon 2-week period. So it is the last day of before I leave for my vacation. So I need to wrap this vlog up and I need to report to you that I have finished none of the books that were on my TBR for Springathon. I am still reading Abundance, Nature, and Recovery by Karen Lloyd, the collection of essays. This is very, very good, really excellent. I would highly recommend to anybody who enjoys nature writing, who is interested in things that people are doing to benefit the environment and nature, things people are doing to combat climate change, to rewild animals that are have been lost in certain locations, things people are doing to protect animals in other locations. There's a lot of essays about different places in Europe that I don't see normally talked about, like particularly Eastern European countries. So that's all fabulous. You can see I've been tabbing away. I really am enjoying this book. I only have about 40 pages left, but I am not going to have time to finish this before I leave and also get this vlog wrapped up, which I want to do. So I'm just here to tell you that I am highly recommending this book. If you like nature writing essays, I would definitely pick this one up. And then the other book that I've been working on is Sounds Wild and Broken, Sonic Marvels, Evolution's Creativity, and the Crisis of Sensory Extinction by David George Haskell. And this is just what it says on the tin. You can see I am tabbing away like mad in this book. I am loving this book. I've been discussing each section with Doris when we finish them, but work has just gotten in the way this week and other things that have been happening in my family. So I just have not had time to really delve into this. Not only have I not had time, I've not had the brain space because this is a very science heavy book. And while I love David George Haskell's writing and I'm very much enjoying this book, it is not a book that after you've had a very full day of work where you've had to do a lot of brain brain heavy activities, this is probably not the book you want to pick up. But I will say that his description of the development of sound and vocalizations in not only humans but other animal species is just fabulous. There's so much in here that has just sort of made my mind go, whoa. Really fascinating stuff that I had not heard before. There's stuff in here about songbirds, how songbirds don't, many songbirds are born with the innate ability to sing their songs when they're born. And then other species learn their songs the way that humans learn language as they listen to the people around them and develop those language skills as, babies. Birds do the same thing. They hear the other birds, the adult birds around them, and they pick up the songs and learn from the other adults in their community. So that was really fascinating to learn about. There's a long section in the middle here about white-throated sparrows and white-crowned sparrows. That was absolutely fascinating and sent me down a huge Google rabbit hole to listen to the bird song and to read up on each of those species. And so I love it when books do that for me. And this book is definitely doing it. So 2 great reads for Springathon. I will certainly be finishing them, but not before I finish this vlog. And I just wanted to come on here and wrap this up and to say that I hope that you found something wonderful to read for Springathon. Please do let me know in the comments down below if you picked a book up for Springathon and what it was, and if you enjoyed it or not. I'm always looking for recommendations for other nature books, as you know. So I hope everybody's doing well and finding some great books to read, and I will talk to you later.